Adiye Irorun. Adiye Irorun. Adiye Irorun initiatives. Tẹ́ ẹ bá ti gbọ́ òun lẹ̀ ń gbọ́ yẹn. Adiye Irorun initiatives. Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ̀ pé gbogbo ọ̀nà tílẹ̀ yìí máa fi tẹ̀síwájú tí ìrọ̀rùn máa kárí wa nípínlẹ̀ Ondo. Ìlú jẹ gọ́vnà Lókè Oríbísà Ayédàtiwa lógún. Ọ̀kan tún lè léyìí o. Tàpé l'Adiye Irorun initiatives. Eléyìí jẹ́ ètò tó dáa púpọ̀. Léyìí tó jẹ́ ètò pàtàkì. Láti empower and engage those who are ready to work. A ò fẹ́ kẹ́nikẹ́ni mọ́ sọ pé kò síṣẹ́ ńlẹ̀ tí wọ́n lè ṣe níjọba tó fi gbé eléyìí kalẹ̀. Through the office of the senior special assistant to the governor on agric and agric business. Ìyẹn Honourable Akínsọ́lá Rótìmí Wẹ̀mímọ́. Gómìnà yìí ń ṣe bẹbẹ sí láti máa improve the living standard of people of Ondo State. Torí ẹ̀ ní SSA fi ń dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn ní gbogbo ìgbà. Títẹ̀wé tàgbà lókùnrin àtobìnrin ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo sì fi ń dúpẹ́ pẹ̀lú. Tó ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa o. Ẹ tètè wá di oníṣòwò adìyẹ báyìí o. Láìsí wàhálà Adiye Irorun initiatives ló mà tún gbàlú o. Ọbẹ̀.
We all know this project is to increase our poultry capacity in the state and also maybe sales of protein for the state as well. It's been a little bit up and down, but we need to actually pilot ourselves on one particular boat, because the issue is this particular agency is first of all an agro-business agency. If you're an agro-business and you're not doing business to make any money, how can you do empowerment? How can you do trading? When you don't even show good example, your own capacity as an agency, that you're giving a certain responsibilities and you're turning around to actually make a profitable margin for you to be able to actually earn the name. It's very unfortunate that a lot of stuff in our state are going to carry names, but they're not earning their names. This is an agro-business center, an empowerment center as well. But you have to do the business first to know you can do it before you can pass your knowledge to people and empower everybody that person that you empower. So we have to start anyway from scratch. It's a new administration. It's an easy administration. It's not that Tiwa administration. Everything we're based on is supposed to be possible, and we're supposed to pass it on to our people. Mr. Governor and Anonymous, greatly enough for us to give us this opportunity, for us to show what we can actually do for our people. We try as much as possible to put the best team together for us to achieve our aim. I will trust you for us to be able to have a dialogue, for us to be able to put a pattern together, and then an organization, have a program, and then kick this thing off. In the next 1 or 2 weeks, we should be able to actually go to the public and have them involved in whatever we plan. I don't want to bore you, so let us leave it out and let the technical issue now take place on issues. Really, I'll shoot for you to
Adiye Irorun. Adiye Irorun. Adiye Irorun initiatives. Tẹ́ ẹ bá ti gbọ́ òun lẹ̀ ń gbọ́ yẹn. Adiye Irorun initiatives. Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ̀ pé gbogbo ọ̀nà tílẹ̀ yìí máa fi tẹ̀síwájú tí ìrọ̀rùn máa kárí wa nípínlẹ̀ Ondo. Ìlú jẹ gọ́vnà Lókè Oríbísà Ayédàtiwa lógún. Ọ̀kan tún lè léyìí o. Tàpé l'Adiye Irorun initiatives. Eléyìí jẹ́ ètò tó dáa púpọ̀. Léyìí tó jẹ́ ètò pàtàkì. Láti empower and engage those who are ready to work. A ò fẹ́ kẹ́nikẹ́ni mọ́ sọ pé kò síṣẹ́ ńlẹ̀ tí wọ́n lè ṣe níjọba tó fi gbé eléyìí kalẹ̀. Through the office of the senior special assistant to the governor on agric and agric business. Ìyẹn Honourable Akínsọ́lá Rótìmí Wẹ̀mímọ́. Gómìnà yìí ń ṣe bẹbẹ sí láti máa improve the living standard of people of Ondo State. Torí ẹ̀ ní SSA fi ń dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn ní gbogbo ìgbà. Títẹ̀wé tàgbà lókùnrin àtobìnrin ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo sì fi ń dúpẹ́ pẹ̀lú. Tó ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa o. Ẹ tètè wá di oníṣòwò adìyẹ báyìí o. Láìsí wàhálà Adiye Irorun initiatives ló mà tún gbàlú o. Ọbẹ̀.
Over the years, I have been a friend to this agency, and I know the workings of this agency to some extent that it's a value chain agency that has a lot to do with empowerment and businesses in agriculture. And if there is any agency in Ondo State that have limitless opportunity in terms of empowerment, is OSAEC, because of the enormous agricultural value chain that we have here. And I want to thank the SSA Agric for all they have been doing. The youth are the end users of any government policy and initiative, and this is not an exception. And in the light of this, I want to appreciate the model that have been discussed, and that is going to be a transfer of baton from those that knows about the business to transfer leadership and training to them. Whatever idea that the government of Ondo State is bringing on board, the people must abide by it. And in this context, the youth are the people. The private sector that we're talking about are the private sector that are probably going to be our service providers and our vendors. And the public sector, that whatever the private sector and the people are going to do, the public sector has to give a policy framework that will guide whatever we are doing. And the partnership is going to be the people, the private sector, and the public sector coming together. In view of this, whatever we do within the context of these 3 E's and 4 P's, you know that it's going to be sustainable. And so that is why for us, our empowerment initiative are going to be a sustainable empowerment initiative. It's not just an empowerment that will not last the test of time. So I'm giving this premise, I'm laying down this premise for us to know the importance of this concept of Adiye Irorun, because this is just going to be like a pilot phase of this project, and if we do it right, we get it right.
The Adiye Irorun project is an agenda of the state government, person of Adiye Irorun. And I believe that is in line with the overall agenda of Mr. President to bring peace to people and to guarantee food security. OSAEC is saddled with the responsibility of providing technical support, while the Youth Empowerment Agency will be represented or manned by Shomori to profile the youth, send them to us for proper profiling, and then we know who and who. We have a record of those who are empowered, those who are the beneficiaries of this largesse by the government. In view of this, we have been able to identify locations in the 3 senatorial districts so that we have a spread across the states. And the belief is that 25,000 girl chicks will supply to each of these locations, but clusters and at different times, so that as one is ending, the other one is overlapping, and it becomes a circle. And the whole intention is to empower the youth, to teach them how to do the acts, and then to make them millionaires in so short a time. To achieve this, we have engaged various stakeholders, including farm support. So far, that is how far we have gone. And because we are taking off now, there are no rooms for mistakes, there are no rooms for error. The agency is an agribusiness agency. When you are giving funds, you are not supposed to just throw the fund out. You want to give it to youth as an empowerment scheme. You want to also teach them the act of making money. So when you give them money, the money must come back to the agency so that other people can benefit as we drive the program along. So far, and I think it is so good.
Agribusiness is a business. So there is the agri, there is the business of it. And for any business to survive, I tell people there are common elements of any business: income, expenditure, profits. Any business that runs without having the third leg, that profit, will ultimately die. We have seen various government interventions, and they have been treated in the line of money coming in and being expended, and the third leg doesn't come back. And I hope that this will make a difference.
Let's work together hand to hand. We have experts in Ondo State. We have experts around us. Within Mr. Kule is an expert. And when we go to Atlanta, go to San Francisco, you discover that those who are meeting there, they are not as brilliant as we are. We were in San Francisco together. Perhaps in the area where they are good, they come and tell us. Some of us, we know that in our own areas too, we can also lecture them. And so with this, we can drive this program, and all other states, we see Ondo State as a template to emulate. Thank you.
Talking about Adiye Irorun, many people are interested. I've got many calls. Japan people have said, even the retirees, sir, we need this program to expand, sir.
From what we did, you can see that we've gone out of our way to actually put a team together that we feel can drive this particular project to a very decent conclusion. The whole idea is for expert chicken farmers who have the experience to pass those knowledge to our youth. We are supposed to create an environment for that particular synergy to happen. It is not for anybody to take chicken home or for us to be experimenting some side issues. Like I said, in business, I cannot risk giving chicken to a young person who has no tail, and just because I want to do a program, I will now just give it away without any track or any record. This kind of stuff is not going to happen anymore. We have to be accountable for whatever we do, and we have to be able to actually have results and make sure that we can actually account for the funds that we're using and bringing out there. If the government decides to actually go outright trading without return and give produce to people, that is fine. This is supposed to be designed as a business and training for the youth to actually understand how to do agro-business. Agro-business is not to dash things away. It's to be able to teach you on how to actually make a product and make it accessible and deliverable to people for them to be able to use at home. From table, from farm to table, it is what agro-business is all about from scratch, if you want to understand that. So we'll put this team together for us to be able to judge or come to a better conclusion, come to a template where we can have experience and youth together for this to actually grow and develop this in the state.
For this meeting, and thank you for the wonderful discussion. Thank you for the enlightenment we have received. Now, better than before.
More about the Adiye program and how we can make a success of it, because agri is a business. Most of the time agri is taken as a means of giving away, but agri is a business. We have grown this business over a long period of time, and we know that we can make a success of it. We can make money from the business and it can be sustainable. That's why we're here.
We're going to bring the best of our youth, especially those that are passionate about agriculture, and that is the essence of the one youth, one skill. Those youth that are ready to pick up a skill in livestock, and these are the youths that will be.
Hey! Adiye Irorun! Adiye Irorun! Adiye Irorun initiatives. Tẹ́ ẹ bá ti gbọ́ òun lẹ̀ ń gbọ́ yẹn. Adiye Irorun initiatives. Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ̀ pé gbogbo ọ̀nà tílẹ̀ yìí máa fi tẹ̀síwájú tí ìrọ̀rùn máa kárí wa nípínlẹ̀ Ondo. Ló jẹ́ gọ́vnà lókè Oríbísà Ayédàtiwa lógún. Ọ̀kan tún lè léyìí o. Tàpé l'Adiye Irorun initiatives. Eléyìí jẹ́ ètò tó dáa púpọ̀. Léyìí tó jẹ́ ètò pàtàkì. Láti empower and engage those who are ready to work. A ò fẹ́ kẹ́nikẹ́ni mọ́ sọ pé kò síṣẹ́ ńlẹ̀ tí wọ́n lè ṣe níjọba tó fi gbé eléyìí kalẹ̀. Through the office of the senior special assistant to the governor on agric and agric business. Ìyẹn Honourable Akínsọ́lá Rótìmí Wẹ̀mímọ́. Gómìnà yìí ń ṣe bẹbẹ sí láti máa improve the living standard of people of Ondo State. Torí ẹ̀ ní SSA fi ń dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn ní gbogbo ìgbà. Títèwé tàgbà lókùnrin àtobìnrin ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo sì fi ń dúpẹ́ pẹ̀lú. Tó ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa o. Ẹ tètè wá di oníṣòwò adìyẹ báyìí o. Láìsí wàhálà Adiye Irorun initiatives ló mà tó gbàlú o. Ọbẹ̀.